This is Les Jones, and I just want to expand on what Javier said, and as I said in my opening statements, I have experienced it firsthand. When my stepson came to this country, he was in the 3rd grade, not one word of English. And it was because of what the teachers had done as far as helping him to learn. But as he's gone through the 4th and 5th grade, the teachers have confided me during these teacher meetings. They were surprised about his progress. And they said there are students here that that have lived in the community a lot longer that don't that are not at the same pace he is. And the obvious question is why? And they confided in me, and they said it's because what they were speaking at home is what was there. And I know firsthand it's a challenge, because when he'd have his homework, he'd always want me to do things in Spanish, because I have a very limited Spanish. I couldn't do that for him. So I had to just take it upon myself. I said, we got to get a dictionary for you. And I said, if you understand in both languages, it's going to come around to you. And now that he's in the 5th grade, I see that progress, and his report card reflects that progress. So in my opinion, it is a lot about what happens at the home. And at the school where he went to, the school was really positive, and they implemented programs at the school where they would get the parents in, and they would teach, they would instruct the parents on how to help their children with homework and things. So I think that was a very positive thing, outreach, and it should be continued with most other schools across the board. If it's not, you know, I can only speak of the school he went to, but you know, it was a good ideal, and you know, if you can hit it home with the parents and help them to understand that, you know, my whole theme about this thing is success for the children. You know, it's our responsibility as a parent, it's our responsibility as a community to prepare these students for success in their future. And that's something I do with my stepson every day. I said, this is for your success. This is something you have to get done to achieve.
So start literacy early, basically.
Exactly.
So we have a new battery for our remote microphone, but we only have 2 minutes. So the next question, please limit the answers to 30 seconds apiece. Okay, thank you very much.
Before I start, I just wanted to tell you that it is very upsetting. I'm sorry to say this to you. Well, I'm not sorry. Stop blaming it on the parents. We have wonderful parents in this state. Stop blaming them. It's the teachers. It is the school district. It is the school system itself. So I just want to let you know on that. But my most important thing is I would like this question answered. Since the majority of the people in the United States, or here in Nevada, I mean, we'll say maybe 80% don't know how to balance a checkbook, then I want to know, what are your feelings about empowerment schools?
I didn't quite get that.
Empowerment?
Empowerment schools.
Well, Javier Trujillo, number one, you're absolutely correct, and that's especially prevalent in a lot of our communities here. I think it's important that the school district look at maybe providing some financial literacy education to not only students but to families, and we can do this in conjunction with parent centers, family centers. You know, you have schools that do outreach, so that's definitely one that you can do. But now, applying that to empowerment schools, and your question being, how do we know that they may spend money correctly? I think we need to look at this organizationally and appoint or look at a body of folks that it would involve school district administrators, that would involve community stakeholders, parents, businesses, to be able to look at, you know, if we move in, more into that direction, that school site is actually expending those resources effectively. And that again, my main thing is that they're being spent in a way that we're seeing results in student success.
This is Les Jones, and I kind of concur. I mean, if you have the outreach to the parents and you facilitate it through the schools, and that it's going to foster a greater understanding for their children and what that success would be for their future, I think it's going to be a benefit to the community as well. As far as accounting, I think you have the people in place. You've got to give a little trust, but you have to have direction, and that's what the school trustees are for.
All right, thank you, District D.